What's happening, everyone? Before this next leg of podcast show starts, this is a reminder to you not to be a minge bag. Go over to Patreon, sign up for £1 a week and take advantage of all the Patreon perks. It is the Patreon that pays. We have a betting show on a Saturday, which the postman here is picking winners every single week.
Yeah, the betting show comes out Saturday mornings, covers UFC and boxing, footy when we're in the footy season. But yeah, we're winning on a weekly basis. I can't remember the last week we didn't find some sort of winner. So yeah, as Andy says, don't be a minge bag, come and get involved. And as I say, it's one of the best communities that you could be a part of, isn't it?
It's a belter. As well as the betting show on a Wednesday, me and Jord have a chat. That's where you might have seen on our Insta Reels about crocs, about harpooning people at the end of the night, all that kind of chat that goes on. And even better, every single Wednesday we do a raffle draw, and our sponsors Montrex give £100 gift voucher away just for being on Patreon. No better time to join. There's 30 plus episodes already that you can go back and watch. Again, no better time. Get involved. Don't be a minge bag. £1 a week, and we'll see you there. What's happening, everyone? It's the Sportscast. It's me, Andy Grant.
It's me, Jordan Neild.
Right, happy Friday, everyone. Hope you're all well. Big shout out once again our sponsors. We've got Montrex. They give away £100 every single week. All you need to do is be signed up to us on Patreon. We give away, like I say, £100 gift voucher every week. That's on a Friday. You get access to our shows on a Wednesday, and you get early access to all our guest shows as well. We've also got German Farmer. We're on a bit of a health kick at the minute. You get all your supplements, your multivitamins, your protein, workout, pre-workout, post-workout stuff from them. Type in Leggett at checkout. We've got Veer Clothing, 20% off them, and also My Manor Health Kick Kitchen, sorting out the boys with Scran. All local sponsors, all the links in the bio, so make sure you check them out.
Good job, we've got 85 sponsors. I was trying to get everything up here. Big week, innit?
Big week. So, first of all, I think football to start with. We had last week's Prem action and also the EPL, or fucking what you call it. That's what it's called, isn't it?
English Premier League.
Not the EPL. What's it called? The EF. What's the League Cup?
The EFL. The EPL is what, like, international people call it.
I'm just fucking talking shite, then ignore me. The League Cup. I was just thinking because it's the Carabao Cup. It's been the whatever. Yeah. Anyway, the League Cup. Everton crashed out last night. I want to start on Everton because they've got beat last week by Leicester 2-0.
From goal, that means.
They've just been put out by Bournemouth. They play Bournemouth again this weekend. Is there enough of a sticky patch where you start questioning whether Lampard's the right man?
No. I mean, if you do, then you're fucking stupid footy fans for you, isn't it? It's like us though, as soon as we, hit a bad patch, everyone wants to change everything.
Well, yeah, everyone did for Liverpool. Like, you'd have virgins on Twitter, but I'm speaking to Blues who were thinking, Blues who go the game.
Yeah, that's stupid if they do.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, why would you do that? Why would you just start again? What if you get a new manager in now, what's going to change? You have to give someone a couple of years.
He's under a lot of pressure though now.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think he is?
No. What was he expecting? The only thing he's done wrong is play a weak team in the Carabao Cup, but we've had this discussion.
Do you think it was a weak team?
Yeah, I mean, you had Tom Davis centre mid, fucking Ruben Vinagre who hasn't played a minute, Mina, Holgate.
Mina and Holgate, aren't they getting in most weeks, aren't they?
I don't think they played a game this season. But yeah, it was.
Even though so last season, they were playing. You can't say that's a proper weak side, and
it was their second string team, wasn't it? I think there was only one player who plays. Damari Gray, I think, played, or Gordon actually.
But even the idea of Everton aren't going to do much in the league, that's what's expected. Surely a good cup run could have been.
Yeah, that's the mistake he's made. I can't believe, but I have a problem with any manager who plays a weak team in a cup. It's stupid, but yeah, I wouldn't. If there's pressure on him, then I mean, it's just stupid in my opinion. Because he's been in for what? He's kept them up last year, which was down to a lot of what he created to get the fans on side. They've shown good signs this season, and now they've hit one rough patch in this season.
All season, they haven't been able to score, have they?
Yeah, but they knew that's where they are as a team. They had holes everywhere. They've plugged one hole, and now they've just obviously got the goal scoring issue. But if you change manager, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he got sacked because footy's fucked, but if he did, it would be stupid. Because where are you going? Who are you getting? And what's different?
It doesn't take rocket science to work out though that if you've got no one to score goals, the best you're going to get is nicking a 1-0 win or either drawing or get, you're mostly going to draw or get beat. And so when they are in a bit of bad form, when the defence is not playing great, they're more than likely going to get beat though, and that's what's happening.
Yeah, but they're not the first team to be in a transition period like that. Like, what did people want? So he when he got into the transfer window, he was either going to buy a goal scorer or shore up the defence. He didn't have the money for two. So you've got to plug one gap. Do you know what I mean? We a couple of years ago with Liverpool, when we were under Brendan Rodgers, when all we could do was score and we couldn't keep any goals out. You can't build a team in one transfer window. It doesn't happen.
Do you think they're going to stay up?
Yeah, but fucking easily.
Reckon?
Easily. Mate, there's some bad teams in the Premier League, you know, bad teams. I'm not saying Everton are great, but I'll tell you, for example, now Forest will go.
Don't come to that in a minute, because I'm going to ask you that in a minute, but let's just...
Yeah,
so you think they're alright?
Easy. They'll be 12th.
Interesting. Liverpool scraped through on penalties.
Good save, to be fair. Good goalie him.
That goalie has saved more penalty shootouts for Liverpool than any other Liverpool goalie.
He's fucking good.
As in he's like the most victorious Liverpool goalkeeper.
He doesn't look like he wants to be there.
Do you not think?
No, he just stands, like, there's no moving from him. Is he on the pens? He just stands there with his hands by his sides and then pulls off an unbelievable save.
He's fucking doing his job,
He's fucking good. Like, I mean,
I think the only unfortunate thing for him is he's playing behind one of the best goalies in the world. It's at what age does he kind of stay at Liverpool and think, I'll be the next number one, or does he move?
No, Alisson's going to be at Liverpool for the next fucking 5, 6, 7 years, isn't he?
But that's what I mean. Does that kid just stay there?
Nah, he's got to move, hasn't he? I would if I was him. Like, I mean, he's making his name at Liverpool, isn't he? And he's already got a decent reputation. Couple of more games in the cup, and then he'll go and be number one somewhere, I'd imagine. I would if I was him.
Would you not wait and just be number one at Liverpool?
He's never going to be number one at Liverpool. Ever.
When Alisson goes?
Yeah, how old's Kelleher?
Only young, isn't he?
He plays for Ireland already. He's 23 years of age. He's not going to be number one at Liverpool till he's at least 28, 29.
Yeah, but does he sacrifice that and then have fucking 5 years at Liverpool?
I mean, if he's that way inclined, then fucking crack on. He's going to get paid well and he's going to sit on the bench for a couple of years. But he's good enough to play for someone, by far. It's not like he's one of them number twos who's like a proper calamity.
No, he's
good enough to play, so go and play. But I mean, if he wanted to just sit at Liverpool, I wouldn't blame him. I'd do the same thing.
I was happy that I didn't even watch the game. I actually was asleep for about 9:30 and woke up this morning to realise we went through. So
I watched the pens.
I wasn't that excited for it, but I'm happy they went through for the youngsters, just to give them another little go in the next round.
Bad, man, bad.
I've not seen any of
it over. I don't know this whole thing about like stuttering and walking and like, jittering to penalties. Just fucking kick the ball.
Yeah, I made up they went through, and we've got Southampton at the weekend.
Yeah, should beat them. They're shit. Watched them the other day against fucking whoever they played. Who did play? Newcastle.
Yeah, I think as bad as it's been this season, in the sense that everyone thought we were going to be again going toe to toe with Man City, I don't think the league will look that bad if we get 3 points at the weekend.
No. We'll get top four. We'll be in the top four, but then it just puts some extra pressure on the free cup competitions. We have to win one.
But it just would not surprise me one bit if we go the rest of the season unbeaten in the league.
No, we won't. We're not good enough for that. But we'll. I think we'll be comfortably in the top four, because look at the team occupying fourth. We played them the other day. The garbage Tottenham. The bang average, aren't they? Like, they went out.
That's what I mean. Forest. I think you look at the stupid little games we've had with Forest and Leeds. You eradicate them. We've proved already with the Man Cities and Spurs that we can compete. And it just, if they can get things to click, it wouldn't surprise me them going the rest of the season.
I think we're inconsistent. I think that's the problem.
That's what I mean. If they can sort that out, they've shown last season that they can go long periods unbeaten. So
the problem is though with us at the minute is when we're under pressure, we look very, very shaky. Like, when Spurs put a bit of pressure on us in the second half, we were hanging on. Like, in seasons gone by, we handle pressure with ease, really. We like team would have a good 10 minutes against us, and then we would quickly get hold of the game again and dominate the game. But against Spurs, we didn't, and I think that's what we don't have at the minute. But I would imagine, we'll be comfortably in the top four, and then we just got to win a trophy.
On that then, the top four, who have you got down? Then it's kind of mid-season, the last game at the weekend, and then it's the World Cup. So you kind of mid-season digest reflection. Who are you thinking is going to win the league?
City by about 20 points.
I don't think it'll be by 20 points, but I think City will win the league. But who's your top four then? City and then
Arsenal, then Liverpool, then probably Man United.
Lad, that's mine. Done City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Man U.
I actually think he might be a good manager, that Ten Hag.
I think he is as well. I can't believe you've picked my top 4. I thought we could have a bit of debate there.
No, I mean, I thought you were going to put your fucking Geordies in there.
Nah.
But I think they'll get 5th or 6th.
5th or 6th for Newcastle, I think, yeah. And then it's a toss-up between Spurs and Chelsea.
Yeah, I think, Chelsea, I don't think that appointment's gone to plan so far with Graham Potter.
They played some good football. I did watch a little bit of that game last night against Man City. They played out from the back quite a lot. Is it Kovacic, is it? He fucking looked brilliant last night at times. But again, City just proving that they've got 2 squads that could probably win the league.
City are the best team in Europe by quite a distance, I think. But they won't. But again, it's what we were saying with Liverpool. I don't know how well they handle pressure. Yeah,
I think it'd probably be Chelsea that finish above Spurs. I think that'll be the end of Conte.
Yeah, but again, they need to be careful. I mean, we're going to come on to be careful what you wish for with Liverpool and Sale and all that. But I think they'll be in that boat as well in terms of, you know, they think this unattractive way of football is not good. But everyone always thinks the grass is greener and that they're going to get this manager to come in who's going to play all this nice football. Now, the reality is there's about 3 managers in the world, Klopp and Pep are 2 of them, where they can get this like perfect blend of football that you're going to watch and be excited by. It's not something that just happens. Do you know what I mean? Look how long it took Klopp at Liverpool. Pep's different because he obviously has an open checkbook, but look how long it took. It took a good few years for him to actually get. There was times in his early thing when people were like, he's not going to be able to do it.
Be interesting to know if Simeone at Atletico Madrid got shit when he was winning stuff, because again he plays very defensive football for years, and
I think they shoot it though. Their fans love it, don't they?
That's what I mean. Like whether certain fans don't mind it, certain fans won't. But I just think it's mad how fans kind of live in different eras and stuff, and Spurs have got this kind of thing in the head where we need to be playing this way, we need to be winning, and all in my lifetime Spurs have fucking never done anything. Played
nice and been shit. That's usually what Spurs is. But same with Arsenal, innit? But I mean, Arsenal are putting together.
Arsenal have played great though in my chat, like my lifetime.
Yeah. But I mean, they're putting together a decent team, but I don't know what it is with the British media, but they just get so carried away with things like.
They have been good, lad.
Yeah, I know they have been good, but it's 13 games.
It's a third of the way through the season.
That's exactly. It's nowhere near what you need. Like where you're saying Liverpool could go on a unbeaten run, which I don't agree with, but Arsenal could easily lose 6 in a row. Easily. They're just like, as soon as Sky Sports.
But I don't know what Arsenal need to do then for people to give them the props. Do you know what I mean?
Together. When was the last time they had
But if they were finishing 4th or 5th now, everyone will be going, typical Arsenal shite.
Exactly, yeah,
they're doing really well, and no one will say to them, well done.
No, why? You don't need a well done at 13 games into a season. That's the problem with footy. Everyone, it's so short term, it's so like instant gratification. They've not. The last time Arsenal put a consistent season together was about 2006 or something.
So you're not allowed to go to fucking fair play, they're doing well.
No, you're allowed to go, Arsenal improved, let's see where they are at the end of the season. That's how it should be, but everyone just gets carried away. But that's the media fucking playground that we
I like them. I think they've been playing well.
It's not about not liking them. I think they're a good team, but I just don't think 13 games changes you from a bang average team to a brilliant team. You have to put it together over a long period of time.
Who are you getting to go down?
Southampton, Forest and Bournemouth.
I've gone for Wolves, Bournemouth, and then a toss-up between Forest and Everton.
Yeah, there's crying Everton in, but I don't know how you come to the fact Southampton will stay up. They are one of the worst teams I've ever laid eyes on.
I think Wolves need a striker. I can't see them scoring goals, and they concede. Bournemouth, I just think the squad depth, I don't know, just can't see them. I think they're just going to be a yo-yo team.
I think Wolves will be the one to get
The reason I say Everton, right, is similar to Wolves. Like, as great as Cody's been, as great as the other lad, Tarkowski, they're not scoring.
Do you think Southampton are a better team than Everton?
No, I don't.
So that's why I think that's Southampton.
Everton should be nowhere near it, but I just look at them and I'm like, how poor have Leicester been this season?
Yeah, but they have it to run, mate. Like,
they've it to run, but they've been shite fucking for 90% of the season so far, and they go to Goodison and
beat that's them. What I was talking about with Arsenal. That's a complete flip side. Like it's unfair to call them shite. They've only played 13 games. They've won 3 of the last 4. They're on a decent run.
Mate, 2 weeks ago it was Rodgers was playing Notts Forest, I think it was, Leicester were playing Notts Forest, Rodgers against Cooper, and it was whoever loses is going to get sacked.
Exactly, but that's English football and media.
But that's the position Leicester were in. Yet they've had a couple of decent games, but they're going to Goodison. Everton shouldn't be rolling over. And my point is,
I just think they were outplayed, lad. I think Leicester are a better team than Everton. I think one of the goals was an absolute worldie. The second one was
would you
a
say
really
they got a
good finish.
better 11?
Leicester are a better team than Everton, as things stand. Look how many players in Leicester's team that would walk into Everton's. Vardy, Maddison, Harvey Barnes. Probably the couple of the back four.
Nah, not the back four.
Castagna, who plays right back for them, is better than what Everton have.
Point is, they shouldn't be rolling over like that. And if Everton don't maybe sign a striker in January, they probably won't go down. But
I think they'll be more than safe. I think the short sight.
The only reason I don't think Forest won't go down as well, because they've got the squad there where if something does click, they bought that many players. If it does click, I can see them being all right.
I wanted Forest to stay up. I genuinely did, but I just don't think they're good enough. I think that whole throwing a load of shit into a pan and seeing what cooks up is going to go against them. Like, I think what's Lingard on, like 180 grand a week, and he scored like one goal. I think
he scored and assisted in a cup this week.
Their approach is just completely off. So I think they'll probably be first down, and then followed by Southampton and Bournemouth, in my opinion. Hopefully, anyway.
On the you just touched on it then, the Liverpool FSG sale.
Yeah.
Come out this week. Liverpool are not completely selling, but they're open to ideas of maybe buying shares off them and something like that. It was a bit vague, I thought, the message they put out. It come at a time when Man City put out their earnings, which I thought was interesting. So Man City's commercial revenue was 50 million more than Man United, and then it was Liverpool in third. The question is if FSG just come to realise that they just can't compete and are getting out.
Yeah, I don't blame them. Like, in terms of from a business, what they've done with Liverpool is fucking incredible. They bought it for 300 million. They're going to sell it for 4 billion. Like,
they don't.
Yeah.
Who's going to buy it?
Mate, Liverpool is one of the most attractive business propositions in the world.
For 4 billion though.
Yeah, you make that money back with fucking ease. Look at the reach Liverpool have globally, especially in the Middle East, mate. We've got Salah up front, one of the fucking leading celebrities in that part of the world. Like, mate, they will sell it, and they'll have people queuing up to buy it as well.
Do you think it's on them to sell it to the right person?
Morally, do I think it'll happen? No, I think they'll sell it to whoever gives the best deal, as with any business.
Would it bother you?
Yeah, it would. If Liverpool get taken, but I'm a foot and a quarter out the door of Liverpool anyway. Like, it's not the club that I support. It's the team I support, but I don't support the club. The club's a joke. It's a fucking walking joke. But
why?
The whole like, you don't have to go into Anfield and you see it. It's like an NFL team. It's a franchise. It's like, it's dead.
But is that not what's bringing the success?
Yeah, exactly. But that's what you've got to make a deal with, haven't you? I'm just like, the club of Liverpool is not what I support. Like, the players on the pitch, that's who I want to win, and that's it. That's where it stops for me. But like, they're gonna sell it to whoever pays the most. And if we were to, we've got a manager who's been openly against, like, what they call oil money, and we've got a fan base, or a large percentage of our fan base, who base themselves on socialist values. That's what we've been as a club. We're not that anymore. But if we go even further to the right hand side of oil money, then I just think the whole identity of Liverpool's gone as a club, which will be sad. But I think we're already halfway there. So what's the fucking point in turning back? Which is sad for the actual real Liverpool fans who have been there through, fucking Hodgson and being home and away at every game, and Liverpool's their life. It's bad on them people, but we're already halfway there.
What's really interesting is the way Man City are working things. They've got these academies in, like, the likes of Dubai and all over the world, and the commercial revenue, what they're generating, is down to a lot of these things. So they've got these fantastic training facilities that they're renting out to, like, private schools, private colleges, private teams, doing team building days. They're renting out those facilities, and the money they make out in the Middle East is then funding what's going on at City's, on the kind of pitch, which I just think is so fucked up. When people think about financial fair play, they think that the football team, you look at Bootle FC, the money that Bootle bring in through match day tickets, merchandise, sponsors, that should then fund that team. What City are doing is that they've got businesses all over the world that are making money. That's then getting funneled straight back to what's going on the pitch, and that's where, like, I don't know how they can try and put a stop on it, because they're playing in the rules, but
I think outside the box, mate. It's not whether it's right or wrong. It's, you know, they've found a way of doing it that is much more effective than everybody else. Like, and they've got more money than everyone else, so they're obviously playing a different game. But the only way Liverpool will continue to be able to compete on a professional level is by, you know, can't beat them, join them, and I think that's the way it's going. I know there's whispers of like an American or something, but I mean, if Liverpool weren't owned by someone or something from the Middle East or something like that, I'll be very surprised.
But whoever gets owned, it, if you're making billions of like pounds, there's not a billionaire scouser that I know of who supports Liverpool.
No.
So therefore, it's going to be a person who has made his money doing whatever and is going to want to make more money.
Yeah, it's a business, but that's what fans have got to get comfy with, which is so, like, I watched the well, I didn't watch, there was a clip of something that Jamie Carragher and your mate Neville did the other day, where they were talking to a lad who does like Red Men TV or something, and he was saying, I don't watch that channel, but he was sort of saying, like, you know, you'd hope that the likes of Spirit of Shankly, they'll have a sort of a say or, you know, an input on what direction it goes in, and all that is a PR move. Whoever buys it will sit down with them and go, yeah, and then they walk out the door and go, fuck that. We're doing whatever we were planning on doing anyway. Liverpool is a business. It's the fans' club, but the harsh and horrible reality of it is a business, and that's how it'll be treated.
Yeah, of course. Your reaction, I will go for this. So for anyone who's not on Patreon, we spoke a little bit this week about the World Cup, and Jordan said that I'm a hypocrite for getting excited for there being loads of footy on, and said anyone who watches it is a hypocrite. So
yeah, as I said,
are we allowed to talk about it, or what? Are we being hypocrites?
We talk about it all you want, but as long as we caveat everything with that it's a fucking joke of a tournament. It's not even like the human rights aspect is a big problem, but there's human rights violations in pretty much everywhere you want to see major sport. That's not even the most prominent thing that's annoying about it. It's the corruption of how they got it. It's the signal it sends to the game of football that we all once loved. It's we'll buy it to do it as a summer tournament. Actually, move it to the winter, would you? The whole idea around it is a joke, and if you engage with it and you celebrate it, it will happen again, and it will continue to happen, and the game will be even further from the game that we all want to love. So
no one's allowed to watch it.
If you watch it, fucking good luck to you, but I won't be watching it all. You're
not going to watch one game?
Honest to God.
What are we going to talk about on the Sportscast then for the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
You can bring up points and I'll react to them.
Okay.
I will mate, even if it was in Wembley, you couldn't pay me to watch England versus Iran.
I like watching football though.
But crack on.
Argentina, Portugal final, Messi against Ronaldo, they're both last World Cups. As a football fan, growing up, the sport I love, 2 best players on the world, I'm watching it. I shouldn't be made to feel guilty for watching it.
But it's not making you feel guilty. It's just a fact that...
On the fucking pod last week, you were like, you are a hypocrite.
I do, but I think if you...
Anyone who watches it, fucking fuckies, you're all hypocrites.
I think if you've got an opinion on how the game should look, and, you know, that we want to get rid of all this shitty oil money that we, you know, fans all sing about and stuff, and then you sit there and go, oh, this fucking World Cup in Qatar's boss.
Okay.
You're fucking round the bend.
You ever got an Uber?
No, don't start all this.
Oh, have you?
Yes, I've had an Uber.
Okay, yeah. Uber is owned by
you just read
percentage.
A tweet though. Like
it's not a tweet.
These aren't like, this is just...
Uber is owned by Saudi Arabia, percentage, about 350 billion or million Saudi Arabia. So you are technically funding...
Okay, 2 minutes ago...
Newcastle.
Said, no, I'm not. Like,
you are, by paying Uber, it's going into that Saudi investment fund.
Okay, sound. Well, we could even... how fucked up this World Cup is, we can fuck the whole human rights thing off, and I've still got a point as to why you shouldn't support it. If you come across as this socialist Liverpool fan...
I'm not. I'm just coming across as a football fan. That shouldn't be made to feel guilty for watching it.
Last year, on this podcast, you were saying you felt part of a movement on the socialist COP. Like, where we're all fucking one for all and all that.
A movement over what?
Like, on the COP, so the COP is historically a socialist place where all the values are that of socialists, right? So that's what you felt was part of the movement in that. So if we
to bring the team on.
Yeah, so if we take all the human rights shit out of it and you can compare it with Uber and all this shit, if you wanted to do that, even just the fact that it's over in Qatar is completely taking the game away from what it used to be, what the cop sings for and what the cop stands for, yet you're still engaged in it.
Engaging it by watching it?
Yeah, engage with it.
I don't think that decisions that were made way above my pay scale for people with way more responsibility than me can then basically affect whether I can and can't do something.
No, but that's exactly what I said to you on the Patreon. If you want to do it, if you want to watch it, that is your choice. My opinion on somebody who watches it doesn't actually mean fuck all.
No,
it's
it
my
doesn't.
Opinion.
I just thought it was a bit harsh saying anyone who watches it's a fucking idiot.
I didn't say that. I said anyone who watches it, in my opinion, it's a hypocritical view. I didn't call anyone an idiot.
Oh, I'm going to go back. You said something else. Can't remember what it was.
But I won't sit and watch the World Cup because I think it's wrong. And it's like...
Well, don't be retweeting anything about it then.
What, I won't?
Don't anything that goes on in that World Cup. I don't want to see Jordan Neal comments.
There's no part of that World Cup that I am even remotely excited about. There's enough going on.
Oh, do we talk about the selection then he's got?
Who?
Gareth Southgate.
Yeah, because that's funny because the fella's got a fucking clue what he's doing.
If he doesn't take Maddison, I think he's fucking...
He's not going to take Maddison. Doesn't fit in.
If he doesn't take Maddison, I think he's fucking missing a trick there. I also think Grealish, fuck me. I looked at his stats last night when I was watching him. I think he scored about 4 goals for Man City, you know.
He's
100 million, and
that was never going to suit him.
I don't know what he does, you know, in that fucking to improve that Man City team. And he'll probably be a shoe in Grealish, but if he does take Maddison, I'd be shocked that if Maddison even plays. I think he'll just be taking him just because of the pressure, maybe.
Maddison won't go. It's today, isn't it?
Yeah, today. So when you listen to this, it'll be out.
Yeah.
Do you reckon Trent will go?
Yeah, he won't play though. Trippier will play. I don't understand why. Like, there's gonna be players who go to that World Cup who've got no fucking chance of seeing the pitch. Like, it's just
they take 4 goalies, don't they? Which is a bit mad.
Yeah, because that's just to make numbers up. That's literally to make numbers up in training. Like, so you've got, you know, where you can play games with at least enough goalies. But regardless of what happens, England have got no chance. The squad is horrendous.
You can't say that though, lad. They've got to the semis and the final, the last 2 major tournaments.
I would, I'll wager with anyone that England will not go anywhere near the final.
Where do you reckon they'll get to then?
What's after the group stage? Round of 16?
I think so, round of 16 and quarters, semis, yeah. The round of 16.
I mean, who's in there?
You be living underground. I'll have to fucking send you a fucking pigeon or something and let you know.
I'll be fucking enjoying life. There's
what's going on.
Plenty of sport that I dearly love that'll be on round that rubbish.
Okay, right, going on to dearly loved sport, not the one that you proper love, but I thought was interesting. Golf. Tiger is back playing, but he's back. He's been caddying for his son.
His son's
the last few weeks.
Ridiculous.
He's been caddying for his son, but he's actually back playing himself. Tiger. It's his first event since I think the 150th Open or something, was it? He played last tournament. Anyway, he's back playing. I just look at him, I don't want to see a headline, Tiger's back, and just think, do you not just fucking know when it's enough? Yeah, but I feel like, you know, it's like me dog who's
70-year-old plays him at all.
It's like me dog's back legs have gone and he's like walking around and he just needs to be put down.
But I know, but you can compete in golf without being at the...
Yeah, listen, and maybe his ego's kind of dropped and he can just compete just because he enjoys it, and if that's the case, I take back what I say, keep playing till you're fucking 100, just because you love it. But I don't know, I think when people see Tiger Woods' name, they think, wow, he's back, he's going to be competing. I don't know, just when's the point where he goes...
They fucking did that though, and then he went and won a major.
Yeah.
The fella's, without whatever you think of him as a individual, he's definitely got certain things in his life that you think, you know, bit of a lunatic, but like, he is one of the greatest athletes to ever live. So I think if anyone's got credit to continue going and go out on his terms when he feels fit, it's probably him.
No, yeah, and I hope it's like one of them. I hope he does, but I think because he's been like the GOAT, it's just sad when you see him not winning.
Yeah,
it's like when you see like the likes of Federer or, you know, like
it's what he does for the game and all that. Like,
oh yeah, I mean he only has to say he's playing and everyone's like, fucking hell, wow, it's making breaking news.
Probably enjoying just fucking hanging around with his son as well, isn't he?
Yeah. I seen as well the Saudi ladies, there was a tournament which the women are receiving equal pay. So it went from $1 million to $5 million payout.
Yeah.
which is decent for the ladies' game.
It's correct, like fucking.
Yeah, if they're gonna do it, the only sport I don't agree with them getting the same money is tennis, because they don't play the same amount of sets.
Yeah, but it's the same with boxing, innit? They do different rounds and different minutes.
So I don't think they should get paid the same in that
there's
either.
There's no scientific evidence that they should be doing less either. That's why UFC women's fighters do exactly the same as men.
Why don't they in boxing?
Don't know. Just old men in suits think that's the way it should be. That women are, physically incapable of doing what the men did. But there's also an argument that it's down to depth. Like, there's certain, obviously the world level fighters could do 3-3s or, could do 3-minute rounds. But, like, sort of when you're coming down the levels, they'd struggle, which is probably a good argument. But, yeah, the fact that they think females need to do shorter rounds is just mad. But
yeah, so anyway, if you're playing in that Saudi ladies tournament, your quid's in because you've gone from $1 million to $5 million payout. Talking about decent payouts, Ronnie O'Sullivan won last week.
Seen it? His interview was fucking funny the other day.
Nice little 150 grand.
He doesn't give a fuck about snooker anymore.
No, he beat Judd in the final. The controversial thing that come from it was Judd made a bit of a comeback and cracked a little 147 as you do, and Ronnie O'Sullivan just didn't even acknowledge it, which was interesting. The kind of sportsman thing to do is, everyone stands up, bit of a standing ovation, clap and shake hands. Cracked the 147 and Ronnie just sat there as if it was just a normal.
Do you reckon he really hates snooker the way he says?
Yeah, I reckon so, yeah.
Not
he hates it, but he's loved it at a point, hasn't he? And now he's just like, fucking can't be arsed.
It's a game that's like completely inward facing though, innit? Like, there's no growth in it. There's nothing to be excited about in snooker.
No.
Like, the only thing to be excited about is someone pulling off, a certain routine or whatever. But like, he's the best, and there's nothing for him. There's no celebration of him. There's nothing. There's no challenge. There's nothing. No,
I don't think Barry Hearn's done the sport great as well. But I think it'd be interesting. Like, Ronnie was just like, "What do you want me to do? We've got a 147." Like, the other argument is as well. We spoke the other day about what is the hardest thing in sport. 147 was up there. Judd come out and said afterwards that there should be a minimum like 10 to 15 or 20 grand if you do it.
Like a bonus.
Yeah, like they used to give away cars and stuff like that, and I think one tournament they used to give away like 147 grand.
How much does the game at snooker generate though?
Well, that's what I mean. You need a big sponsor on board to say, if you get a 147, I'm going to give you 147 grand.
You would, because like, even if someone even going to watch snooker, it can't be that appealing. Do you know what I mean? It's appealing to a very small demographic, I get that, but on a wider scale, how do you grow the game of snooker?
I think if you're watching a final and there's that jeopardy of who's going to win and lose and stuff, it's obviously exciting, but yeah, it's only your hardcore fans, I guess, isn't it, who are going to support it and all.
When are we going to talk about your boy on the juice, Djokovic?
Fuck me, yeah. You know what? I didn't even have any tennis stories, but yeah, that tennis story did come out.
Blazing that
viral clip, mad that, isn't it? So anyone who didn't see it, there's a clip on Twitter. It had about 4 million views last time I watched it. It's basically 3 or 4 fellas
mixing something for good old Novak
in a basically a shaker bottle just like this, and then one of them notices that they're getting filmed, so the others like lean forward, so it's all done on the sly, give it a good shake, mix whatever they're putting in the drink, give it to one of the ball girls, who then runs over and gives it to Novak,
and he takes it and throws in his bag. He knew that.
Mad, isn't it?
Why is there no uproar about it, mate? Even if there's nothing in the bottle, which I ain't believing, doing it that way suggests something's wrong. Something's gone on somewhere. But imagine that, mate. There wouldn't have been a reputation tarnished in that way if he came out. Good old Novak.
But you know what? Not to defend them, but I love Novak because he kind of, I think what he said about the old vaccine stuff's kind of not come true. But I mean, I'm not getting into the whole vaccine debate, but he fucking stood strong. He said, "Look, this is my body. I don't want to take it," and he hasn't. And he's competed and he's been fine. Do you know what I mean? So I liked how he took a stand and he didn't, come to peer pressure and stuff. And now I think we live in a time where everyone's like, get your 5th, 6th, 7th vaccine. Everyone's kind of on Novak's side now, saying, fuck off, I'm not having any more. So that's why I really like Novak. But how he gets out of this one if it does come out. But no one seems to have said, it's been a few days now, hasn't no one said anything, so.
No, I mean, no matter what it is, there's got to be some sort of there's got to be some sort of explanation
It is
for it.
fucking funny.
You
Like.
can't just do that on the side of the pitch and then go, yeah, it was nothing. Don't worry about it. Just sound.
I've not got much on F1, but the one random story I had from F1 is Lewis Hamilton has just been granted citizenship, I think, in Brazil.
Yeah.
Like, is it honorary?
It was something crazy, wasn't it?
Why?
He's the fucking boy, isn't he?
No, but why though?
I don't know. I didn't read enough into it, but he's just a man, isn't he?
Yeah, I get that, but why is he being made an honorary citizen in Brazil? Does he like go there a lot or something?
Knowing Lewis's ways around things might be something to do with that, but I don't know. I really don't know. But he's
like spending time there to avoid tax or something, probably.
Probably, but allegedly.
It's fucking mad, that, isn't it?
Yeah, just hope he fucking wins. I've got a bet riding on him.
He's only got two events to go.
So many opportunities to win, but yeah, the season's done, innit?
Yeah, I think hopefully it's sparked a fire for Mercedes next year. Like, but yeah,
well, they've closed the gap on the second half of the season quite easily, and then obviously come out that Red Bull decided just to completely overspend more than everyone else, which is why they're so far ahead. But yeah, it should definitely lead into a different season next year, especially with the driver shake-ups and that. So yeah, but to go to your point, I have no idea why Lewis has got that from Brazil.
Anyone knows that, let me know, because I thought that was random as fuck.
I need to find out.
In the boxing, you've got this kind of it's a main card, innit, but you've got Hatton on it as like a bit of a
fighting Barrera.
Did you see?
Joke that. Shouldn't be doing that.
Well, you say that's a joke. You're gonna think it's even more of a joke when he started talking about Mayweather.
Yeah, but it's just a move around, innit? Because Mayweather's fighting on Sunday against KSI's brother.
Yeah. Deji,
yeah, who's gonna get fucking dejied. But yeah, it's like I understand what Hatton's doing. You know, he's keeping his pound coins moving, and good luck to him. And it's good to see him in shape. But you know, I've got no interest in watching Hatton and Mayweather or Hatton and Barrera having a move around at the MEN. Like, I don't need to see it. I've seen them in the prime. You know, I've seen Mayweather and Hatton in the prime, and Mayweather absolutely royally tune him in. I don't need to see it now. I understand the nostalgia part of it. People going, oh yeah, be great to see, sort of Mayweather and Hatton back in the ring, and it'll all be. But I don't need. I personally don't.
How many rounds did he go on? Barrera on him on
I don't know,
Saturday?
6 or 8 or something. I, in the same way, you know, we talk about not engaging in other stuff. That side of boxing, in terms of, you know, exhibitions and all that, it's just not for me. Like, despite the fact that, you know, Floyd's doing one with Deji this weekend and Tommy Fury's on the undercard.
That's so fucking weird, isn't it? But on that main fight, I seen Molly come out this week, said a few nice things about Tasha, just for a title fight. So
she's
is she headlining that?
Yeah, the American Arena, yeah, headlining. But she's obviously she's looking to go sort of undisputed, so to speak. But more importantly, to set up, you know, massive fights with the likes of Clarissa Shields and stuff. And when you look at sort of Jonas's career post Katie Taylor, when she got beat, you know, she's picked up the WBO first, then, you know, unified when we were there with the WBO, WBC, the fight that you didn't watch because you were staring at the floor. And now she's having another belt now, the IBF. So, you know, she's going to be in 4 fights. She's going to be, you know, an amazing multi-belt world champion with massive fights ahead of her. And at 37, I think she is now. You know, it's great to just see her with the last few fights are going to be huge.
Do you think she's got it in her to win on Saturday?
Oh yeah, she'll win. I mean, the Kerr's only been beat by Clarissa Shields, which is, again, it's a lovely little bit of smart matchmaking, to be honest. But yeah, I think she'll win. The Kerr's only got 1 knockout in 18 wins, and although Shields didn't stop her, you need to punch to get Tasha off you. Like, anytime Tasha's been beat or gone into, maybe, you know, she beat Terry Harper, but that was a draw. But obviously when she got stopped, and then with Katie Taylor, you've got to be able to punch to get her respect, because if you don't, she'll just march you down, and she can punch herself clearly. So just I think Tasha will win, and win quite handily, to be honest. But yeah, there's one fight on that card, Bradley Ray, who is who, as said on here loads of times, one of the brightest prospects for me. He's in his real first fight against Tyler Denny. That's a cracking fight. So it's actually a decent little card over at the MEN. So, you know, anyone going, you've got big Fraser Clark in a decent fight with Kamil Sokolowski, who's the best journeyman around. Took loads of those, so that's again nice little bit of interest.
One of the brothers fighting as well, that is him.
I think Hassan might be, but Adam Azim is actually fighting on a Sunday later in the month.
Right, okay.
Sky Sports are doing the end of the sort of Sunday night boxing against Ryland Charlton, the guy Luke Willis beat, but he's just signed a massive deal. So Adam Azim, who was again on the Echo show we were at, he's probably one of the brightest prospects in the world, definitely in Britain. Sky and Boxer just signed him up for
That's what it might have been. I've seen something about him. Yeah,
signed him up for 4 years, to be exclusively on Sky and Boxer. So that's a big move, to be fair.
So what's obviously Manchester normal time as well then for the
there's loads of cards this weekend. Nick Ball's fighting on Friday on
that's in York, isn't it? Yeah,
headline at York Hall. Yeah, so he's fighting a Mexican who's like, he had a Mexican opponent, but then he's got a late one. The guy's 20-1, 20 knockout, 20 wins, 14 KO. So I reckon he might come for a bit of a shootout with Nick, which is you know,
I like watching Nick fight.
I think he's one of the most. I messaged him earlier this week and I was chatting to him, you know, saying I hope that he gets a big win here. This is his first headline show. You know, he's definitely generates interest. I know it's a Friday night. It's a little bit of a next gen card, you know, like the next generation coming through. But then you've got to hope that they might sort of come and do the Echo Arena with him. Yeah. Because I think if he was to do the Echo Arena, Nick, he'd sell it out. I think, you know, and if he didn't sell it out, he'd get fucking really close. Because he's an exciting fighter, isn't he? He's got that. You know, I've seen a few interviews with him. He's got no respect for anyone in and around his weight division. You know, he's quite happy to have it with anyone. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that Friday night. You got Sonny Edwards Friday night, then you got Tasha Jonas on Saturday night. So, yeah, it's all good. Even though there was a bit of a bad moment in boxing last week. David Morrell versus Yabusha Newley. Fella's in a coma now. Yabusha Newley.
Fucking hell.
But it was bad. Like, I
didn't realise. Didn't even know I heard about that.
Yeah, David Morrell was like, you know, putting manners on Yabusha Newley, and he was firing back, but he was done. Like from like you could see visibly that he was done, and for some reason the ref, his corner, sort of everyone involved allowed him to go until he was inevitably knocked out in round 12. But now he's in a bit of a bad way. So fucking
shows you, doesn't it?
Scary times, mate. But yeah, and then obviously we had Bivol last week, didn't we? He won. Obviously, you know, bounced. Obviously beat Canelo, has now beat Zerdo Ramirez. So
I seen Callum Smith put something about that.
Yeah, so Callum at the WBC convention this week, which is where the WBC sort of state their plans. They've said Anthony Yard will fight Artur Beterbiev, and then the winner has to fight Callum. So somewhere in Callum's future is a world title fight against one of them. So then he might try and obviously win and then fight Bivol. But I mean, at the moment, Bivol, outside of Usyk, Bivol's the fucking best fighter in the world, quite clearly.
Is there no talk on Liam Smith and Eubank then?
Yeah, December 17th, but apparently Liam doesn't think it's enough time.
Really, yeah?
Because that was the date Anthony Joshua had that date reserved at the MEN, Manchester Arena, whatever the fuck it's called now. They change it every year, don't they? He had that, and then he obviously is not going to fight this year. So I think Boxer wanted to take it on for Eubank Jr. versus Smith, but you know,
Liam said he's not enough time to get.
That was the rumour. I mean, it doesn't really strike me as something Liam would say. I think he's the sort of guy who say, "Let's do it," isn't he? But you know, there's not been anything to say that it's definitely off or definitely on. So, I mean, it's a great fight, isn't it?
Yeah, it'd be boss if it happens before Crimbo as well.
Proper way, like that's just a bloodbath, mate. Complete and utter bloodbath. But yeah, there's a bit of boxing on this weekend. More that I'll touch on, sort of on the. There's no real talking points because we've done it all last week with Fury and stuff, didn't we? But obviously, you know, things have now since come out about the Studio Audi, which we spoke about on Patreon. Yeah. So that got quickly forgotten about. But yeah. But yeah, it's you know, Conor Ben's still in the wilderness, still not saying it's
fucking mad that.
So boxing's sort of keeping its head down a little bit, but yeah. Well, UFC's definitely not.
UFC's not. I seen Molly and Adesanya, was it? She gave him a
Everton. Definitely didn't fit him that. She got him like a medium. He's a big dude, Israel Adesanya. Yeah. That's an exciting one this weekend. 281, Madison Square Garden. So what the betting show tomorrow, Saturday, well tomorrow when you guys are listening, will be based around. But it's just a sick card, mate. Obviously Adesanya Pereira Adesanya's just cleaned out the middleweight division. Like there's no one who can beat him. He's been beat once, hasn't he? Yeah, but he stepped up. So he went up to the next weight division and just got laid all over by Jan Blachowicz. But at middleweight, there's no one that can. There's no one that can challenge him. He's had to go round. You know, he's beat Whittaker a couple of times, and Pereira is the only guy ever that has knocked Adesanya out in kickboxing. So
right, I knew there was some sort of subplot to it.
These fought twice. One was Adesanya won on points, but they give it to Pereira, so it was a bit of a robbery. Then they rematched. Adesanya was putting manners on him, beating him up, and then Pereira just landed the left hook and just absolutely laid him out. But have you ever seen the finger when Pereira's kid gets in the ring and like pretends to like fall over, like in front of Adesanya?
Oh really? Yeah.
So there's a little bit of bad blood, and then obviously Adesanya moved to MMA, has done incredible stuff. You know, one of the pound for pound best fighters in the world. Pereira's seen that, has obviously been continuing kickboxing, came over to MMA and has now made a little bit of headway in the UFC. But it's very soon this to be fighting for the belt. Like,
Yeah.
he's only had 3 fights. I mean,
Has he been laying everyone out then in the 3 fights?
well, in his first fight he was given a fight where it was set up for him to get a knockout because they wanted to announce him there. Then he fought Bruno Silva, which was a decision. And if you watch the fight, it's the most interesting one for me. There's moments in that where he's struggling and then they put him against Sean Strickland on the last Adesanya card. Obviously, to the fact that get him a knockout and then we got the next fight. It's Martin's business. And then he laid Sean Strickland out, but Sean Strickland literally will stand in front of you and just go, let's go.
Yeah.
So Adesanya's not going to do that. So I just think the narrative's there, but I think Adesanya wins and wins well, to be honest. I've not really bought into the Pereira thing, and I could look fucking stupid on Sunday morning, but I think Adesanya, he's got to this point now where, and all the greats got it, like, Khabib even got it to a little bit, but especially like GSP, Anderson Silva, all these people, when they're too good, Floyd got it in boxing, when they're too good, they start winning in exhibition style, and everyone says they're boring. They're not boring, they're just much better than everybody else, do you know what I mean? So this is his first fight with...
Victim of his own success type thing.
Yeah, and I almost want him to lean into it in terms of go, like, none of you can even get me out of second gear. Do you know what I mean? I'm winning with ease, but the way Floyd did, but I think he might go the opposite way. I think he might... Obviously, Pereira's only chance in this fight is to stand and bang, but I don't think Adesanya will do that, but I think he might try and light Pereira up and get a stoppage, which I think, Pereira has done 5 rounds in different sort of combat disciplines, but 5 MMA rounds is a long time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I think Adesanya will get to him, and I think, just solidify himself as the best middleweight in the world.
Molly's on this card as well.
Yeah, but
It's Madison Square Garden, isn't it?
Yeah, some gig for Molly. Like, she's on the prelims, so she'll be about...
How come she's still on the prelims?
Mate,
She just seems to have forever been on the prelims.
Yeah, I know, but she's massive. Obviously, with the thing with Paddy, and obviously they've separated it and Paddy this time. But look at the main card in the co-main. You've got the women's strawweight belt, Esparza versus Zhang, banger. Obviously, Dustin Poirier coming off the McGregor and Oliveira fights, fighting Chandler, who's like the most entertaining fighter in the fucking company. Then you got Frankie Edgar in his last ever MMA fight, obviously a legend. And then you got Dan Hooker versus Claudio Puelles, which is, for me, probably fight of the night. And above here, you got Brad Riddell, Renato Moicano, unbelievable fight. And then obviously one more than then Molly versus Blanchfield.
Yeah,
but
I suppose, there's just nowhere for it to go.
I mean, like, this is as stacked as it gets. Like,
it's crazy when you think about that and you compare it to some boxing cards.
It's crazy, mate. Crazy. Like
all of them, even to me, is like, a bit of a fair weather UFC fan. It's all those names.
It's the 5 sort of main card fights. You got Adesanya as the champ against his arch nemesis, so to speak. There's people picking Pereira. Then you've got Esparza, who's the champ, against Zhang. People are picking both sides. People are leaning Zhang, but picking both sides. Poirier versus Chandler, both at the same stage, both just going to stand and bang. Frankie Edgar's obviously an MMA legend, probably going to get absolutely lit up because the UFC don't have any fucking friends in this business. And then Hooker Puelles is just a 50-50. It's just different level of matchmaking, mate. It's like, you could sit from the early prelims in this, and you'll have a...
What time's that on now?
Early prelims is about 11 o'clock Saturday night. Prelim card 1, main card from 3. I will be in the trenches. Coffeed up to my eyeballs. But but Molly's fight, do you know what? It's like, it's a great fight. She's obviously in the form of her career. Like, Molly's never been better mentally. I don't think either. But like, Blanchfield's like 23. She's sort of,
on the up.
She is, but her last fight against JJ Aldrich, she was getting punched quite clean, which obviously Molly will have looked at and gone, if I hit her, she's not going to stand up to it. But then you look at a fight with Miranda Maverick, who has just come out and done a great performance last weekend. Blanchfield like ragdolled her. So a part of me is thinking that it's more Blanchfield is the goods, but at 23 she's inconsistent, which you are at 23. You know what I mean? You're not always going to be at your best, and you know, hopefully for Molly she's on an off night. But I think apparently Molly's been flying people in from like bloody Russia and all this stuff for a training camp to spending the money that she's now earning to, you know, make a camp
speculate to accumulate,
you know, where she's getting, you know, serious grapplers in to continuously put her on her back and make her get up, because that's what Blanchfield's game will be like. Blanchfield's going to want to get hold of Molly and just throw her on the floor and just beat her up from there, whereas obviously Molly wanted to stay up because she wants to land the punches at elbows and stuff. But then, you know,
she does. They gotta get a price on a fucking spinning elbow again.
There's no. I mean, I wouldn't even.
If there'll be a market out there for that.
Yeah, they will. But yeah, she's like, obviously, you know, it's two contrasting styles, and it's just whoever's got the will. But I just feel like they might be two fighters at different ends of the career. Well, they are in age-wise, but Molly brings all the experience, where Blanchfield's a little bit like, we've seen her look unbelievable. We've seen her look a little bit sort of not that great, but even in the fight with JJ Aldrich, like I said, where she didn't look great, she finished it with a standing guillotine. Like, they were stood up against the cage and she grabbed her and choked her out on her feet. Do you know what I mean? It's not, even if you're performing bad and still locking on to shit like that, do you know what I mean? You're a dangerous person. But yeah, it's a great fight. I just, you know,
and I'm actually invested in this one. Like, I'll have to
I just hope, you know, I hope Blanchfield has a day off, and I hope Molly's firing on all cylinders. But I think whoever wins it is getting close to a title shot, like, and it'd be great to see Molly get a title shot, because
wouldn't it just?
Yeah, I mean, if you would have said when she come into the UFC and she got choked out in front of her own fans against Gillian Robertson, if you were to say, you know, that version of Molly's going to one day fight for the belt, you'd have said, shut up, it's not going to happen, you know what I mean? But break this card down fight by fight on the betting show tomorrow. On that betting show, a Nottingham Forest 96th minute equaliser fucked my 11-1 3 ways up. Horrible that. I was going for the 3 weeks in a row, so I apologise, Nottingham Forest. Don't think you have to apologise for that one, lad. But yeah, we'll go again with the footy bets and the boxing UFC tips on our betting show, only available on Patreon. It's £1 a week. You get the betting show, you get the show on a Wednesday, and you get automatically entered into a £100 raffle. So get involved, only £1 a week, and you're supporting the boys, which we appreciate. Get some crazy fucking chats on there. Yeah, kind of let loose a little bit on the chats on a Wednesday, and it's good fun. But yeah, hope you all have a boss weekend. Enjoy it, and we'll see you next week. Hopefully we might even see it on Patreon if you stop being a minge bag. See you later.